Have you ever wanted to win something so badly you'd do almost anything? Well, let me tell you about a boy named Leo. Leo's school was holding its annual Bloom Big Flower contest. The grand prize was a shiny gold trophy and, more importantly, bragging rights for a whole year. Everyone was buzzing about it, showing off their sprouting seeds and fancy pots. But Leo was stuck. His little marigold seed sat in its pot, stubbornly refusing to grow. Days turned into a week, and his pot was still just a pot of dirt. He felt a lump of disappointment growing in his stomach. Dejected, Leo was walking home from school, kicking a loose pebble down the sidewalk. The contest was just a few days away, and he had nothing to show. As he rounded a corner, a figure stepped out from the shadows of an alley. He was a tall man in a long coat, with a hat pulled down low over his eyes. "Having trouble with your flower, kid?" the man rasped, his voice like gravel. Leo froze. He knew he shouldn't talk to strangers, but the man seemed to know exactly what was on his mind. Before Leo could even answer, the man held out a small, shimmering packet. "This is a special growing powder," he whispered, a sly grin on his face. "Just a pinch, and your flower will be the biggest one they've ever seen, guaranteed." Leo's heart pounded. His mum's voice echoed in his head. "Never take anything from strangers." But the thought of that gold trophy, of finally showing everyone he could do it, was too strong. He snatched the packet, mumbled a quick thank you, and ran all the way home without looking back. Back in his room, heart still racing, Leo looked at the sad little pot of dirt. He tore open the packet, and a cloud of sparkling rainbow-colored dust puffed out. It smelled sweet, like candy and rain. He sprinkled a tiny pinch onto the soil, just as the man had said. For a moment, nothing happened. Leo sighed. Then the soil began to tremble. A tiny green shoot burst through the dirt, then another and another. It grew right before his eyes, twisting and climbing, its stem thickening into a trunk. Within minutes, a colossal flower stalk was pushing against his ceiling. Its petals, a mix of vibrant colors he'd never seen before, began to unfurl. It was magnificent, bigger than his bed, bigger than his whole room. Leo stared in awe, the trophy practically in his hands. But then the flower's giant head swiveled towards him. The sweet smell became overwhelmingly strong, and two large leaves reached out like arms. The beautiful flower opened its massive center, not like a bloom, but like a mouth. Before Leo could even scream, it lunged forward and swallowed him whole. The room went silent, leaving only the giant, victorious flower softly swaying in the fading light.